welcome back. It's been a while since I did one of these videos. I've had a crazy time talking to people around the world in the last few months who have appreciated these videos a lot, which is pretty crazy. I've had people in Europe, people in Australia, people over Canada, people all over the States. I mean, it's just pretty insane. So hopefully I can do more and more of these. It's a lot of work to sort of put one of these together, but it's super rewarding for me, and I think it is pretty helpful for you guys as well to sort of like see the process of somebody who's been playing for quite a while, sort of how fast somebody can pick up a new song, or basically like specifically my thought process when it comes to learning something new. So a couple of life updates. Let's see, I got married. That's pretty cool. I went on a really cool honeymoon to Norway with my wife Claire, and that was awesome. Since the last video, I think I filmed the last video that I did before I went to Europe. So we did a European tour in February. Whoa, February? Yeah. We did Japan, and then we did the US. We just did Canada, and then I just came back from Australia. So we did 5 tours this year so far, and we have 2 more still to go. I'm leaving in maybe 10 days to go across the US with some pretty awesome bands in the genre that I play. If you're not super familiar, I play in a band called Archspire, and it's sort of like extreme technical death metal, and we're playing with a couple really awesome bands in that same genre on this tour. So I'll post the links below. I'll post the dates below where we're going to be. It'll be all over U.S. A bit of Canada too. Quebec City, Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary. I think that's it. And then I'll be back for a month and a half, and then we're going to go to Europe again for the second time this year, supporting Revocation, who is awesome. If you don't know Dave Davidson or Dan Gargiulo, both the guitar players in that band are insane, so that would be pretty cool. Another thing too, I just recently left my teaching position at Long & McQuaid. I've been teaching there for 5 years or so, something like that, and I've had some amazing experiences there, but it's just become too busy with touring, which is a pretty good problem to have, so that's cool. I'm accepting Skype students if you're interested, but I'm going to be gone quite a bit, so right now I'm booking for October, November, like the last half of October into like the first 3 weeks of November, and then I'll be gone. But then in the new year I'll also be taking some students, so if you're interested in that, just shoot me an email. My contact info will be in the description. Other than that, just playing lots of guitar, although not as much as I'd like, honestly. Touring doesn't really facilitate, or it's not conducive to a constant practice schedule, so you're sitting in a hotel and you're jet lagged or whatever. It's hard to find the motivation, the inspiration to pick up a guitar. And you're in the venue and you're sound checking, and that's cool, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and you can warm up, but unless you actually hear your guitar through an amp, it's not as exciting. So now I'm sort of back home in my setup, my studio kind of area. So yeah, kind of back into it. So here's what we're going to work on today. A bit of Yngwie Malmsteen. I haven't done Yngwie Malmsteen. Get out of here. I haven't done Yngwie Malmsteen yet in this video series. I'm going to attempt to learn some of this by ear, because I've had some people comment maybe I should try that. That's a totally different skill than learning something from tab. It just puts an extra step in there, lifting it by ear, and oftentimes then transcribing it if you don't want to try to keep it all in your head. That's a whole different skill. So I'm going to try it, but I have a tab up of this song anyway. So just in case I kind of get too frustrated or whatever, I can always just default back to the tab. I have no idea if the tab is accurate, so we'll see. I'm going to warm up real quick. I'm going to go to a clean tone real quick. I'm playing through my Pod HD 500, It's not bad. I actually have a bit of an issue with the grounding in my apartment. Every time I use a plug-in, which is what I would rather use, it adds a lot of noise, like a lot of like ground hum noise. So what I'm thinking is I'm either just plug too much stuff into one outlet or something. I don't really know. But I really would like to experiment with where my studio is in my apartment, so I might try a different spot. Although I have a pretty small apartment, so I don't really have a lot of options. Trying to find something new, someplace new, maybe in the new year to try to move into. But for now, I'm kind of stuck here. That does not sound good. That sounds okay. That sounds a bit too loud. Let's just go ahead and turn that down. If you listen to closely, you can hear a little bit of the ground hum that I'm talking about, even through the pod. Sort of adds a little bit of that zzz. Fans of the series will notice I'm playing a different guitar now. I recently got this. Well, sort of recently. I got it back in April or something like that. And I've been playing it pretty much on every tour that we've been doing, so that's been pretty sweet. I like it sort of a black with a gold flake, gold hardware. Just as another KIESEL. One of the highlights would be the neckwoods. It's very similar to the neckwoods on my other K series, but I find that the purple heart on this one is a lot brighter. The sound is pretty much identical. The playability is pretty much identical. Everything seems pretty sweet, so I am into it. I just noticed that this lighting makes me look very wrinkly and very weird. That's fine. It looks like some sort of cave troll from Lord of the Rings. By the way, I got to check out the Weta Workshop in New Zealand, which was awesome. Checked out the Weta Workshop in Wellington, New Zealand, and that was amazing. Got a guided tour and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. Speaking of cave trolls, I've been working on a new exercise. Let's see if you guys think this is stupid, because I think it's pretty stupid. Basically starting anywhere on the fretboard, using the middle of the ring and the index, or the middle of the ring and the pinky. Ugh. So I'm basically just going through, instead of doing all four fingers, I'll just skip the index finger and I'll just do groups of threes up. So a goal would be to try and get as smooth, the tracking up the fretboard as smooth as possible. Tracking in guitar is basically anytime you're moving your left hand across the fretboard, trying to keep that smooth while maintaining the accuracy of the notes that you're hitting. So that's one thing. Another thing too, if you get more comfortable with that, I'll start to use what's known as, I guess it's called scalpel picking. I've heard some other people call it that, so I might as well call it that as well. Just index and thumb movement. Index. You might hear some dead notes in there. Still a skill that I'm trying to work towards. What's cool is that if you put that stuff into your warm-up, or you sort of just force yourself to practice it, it'll make its way into your playing in ways that you maybe didn't really anticipate. So give it a shot. It's going to be frustrating. So here's the song that we're going to try to learn by ear. The problem is I know that it's an E-flat, because Yngwie Malmsteen always plays an E-flat. He always plays half step down. I was sitting here a few minutes ago before my wife left for work, and I said, I'm going to try to learn this by ear. And she says, well, at least you can already assume that it's an E-flat harmonic minor, which is a hilarious thing for anybody to know so specifically about Yngwie Malmsteen's playing that they can just be like, oh, he always plays in this one key, which is pretty much true, just because of the tuning of the guitar and you know, the shred guys mostly played in E flat during that time, 80s and 90s and stuff like that. But him specifically, he's always E flat harmonic minor, the lowest note that he could play on his guitar. That's the key of the song. So it's pretty funny. I think I heard a funny joke like that one time where it was like, "What's the key of this song?" It's like, "Oh, the key is whatever the note of this lowest string is," because as guitar players just want to play really low. Anyway, here's the song. Oh, by the way, it's called Blitzkrieg. This is the studio version. So I'll probably go that far. I don't know exactly how far I'm going to get today. I have some lessons, so I'll see how far I can get. Probably take another hour or something like that. I recently played an Yngwie Malmsteen signature guitar, and holy shit, it was amazing. It was so cool. The scallop frets on every spot on the neck was like seriously awesome. So, okay, so I'm going to listen to the first part. I'm just going to see what the runs kind of sound like. I already have an idea kind of what they're going to look like. I know they're going to be in the 11th fret of the A string probably, or something like that. Anyway. So it's... I think that's kind of what it is. I mean, it's like a... It's so fast that it's sort of definitely harmonic minor. It's definitely a 3-note per string run. I think the song is actually an A flat harmonic minor, but whatever. It's definitely a 3-note per string run. Economy picked. It's his style. That's what made it sort of more plausible for me to imagine myself learning this by ear, is because I know his style so well. I haven't learned a lot of his music, like a little bit. I've obviously been a big fan of his for a long time. He's the best live guitar player I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, so you can sort of intuit some of the shapes. So then he's moving up to the second mode of harmonic minor. If you're looking at what I'm playing here, I'm actually playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes. I'm actually missing a note in the middle. The shape that I'm playing is not really conducive to the mode. That's the basics of it. We'll double check the tab later on to see if I'm sort of accurate. I'm sort of doubling the last note. It might just be 8 notes. Who knows? But we'll see. That's the basic outline of it. I'm not going to get too caught up in every single tiny note yet. I know that it's so fast that honestly you won't be able to tell anyway. But I think I got the idea of it. The second mode of harmonic minor, think about it like this. If harmonic minor is Aeolian sharp 7, if you don't know what Aeolian is, it's the minor scale, natural minor. So it's the 6th mode of the major scale. So it's the first mode of the minor scale. Sorry, the minor key. So if you have a major key and then its relative minor key, the relative minor key is Aeolian. All 7 notes of that are Aeolian. So starting in that order, we have 1, a major 2, a flat 3, a 4, a 5, a flat 6, and flat 7. So if you just take that shape and you raise it by 1 semitone, the 7 by 1 semitone, you get harmonic minor. So we could also call that Aeolian sharp 7. If you want to then find out all of its modes, you could go from there and just take Aeolian sharp 7, Locrian sharp 6, Ionian sharp 5, Dorian sharp 4, Phrygian sharp 3, which is Phrygian dominant, Lydian sharp 2, which is Lydian sharp 9, which is kind of interesting sounding. And then you get to Mixolydian sharp 1, which is kind of weird. You could call that altered double flat 7. So it's sort of like the altered mode, which is the 7th mode of melodic minor, which is the in a lot of ways the basis of jazz harmony. That mode, or a lot of jazz soloing and stuff, is in that mode. You put that over a dominant chord, it sounds super cool. It's like that mode, except for it has a double flat 7 rather than a flattened 7. So it's not a dominant chord, but anyway. If you don't know a lot about modes, Rick Beato on YouTube talks a lot about, like, in a really clear way, a lot about this stuff. Who else? This guy on YouTube named Justin Guitar. That's his YouTube profile. That guy explains stuff really clearly. Just generally just trying to study some of that stuff up. It's really helpful for your playing. So we're going to be in Locrian sharp 6. So we have a 1, a flat 2, a flat 3, a 4, a flat 5, a sharp 6, a flat 7, an octave. I think that's what it's doing. It sounds like he's climbing up modes. That next one is going to be an Ionian sharp 5, I think. No, it won't be major. Could just be. No, it's definitely not going to be an Ionian sharp 5. Disregard that. You know what? It's actually not Locrian sharp 6. It could just go to Ionian there. It might not actually be going up in the modes. I'm gonna turn it down and see if I can just play along a little bit at half speed. It's gonna sound really bad, sorry. It has vibrato, sounds so awesome. Definitely doesn't sound major there. I think it might just be like straight up a modulation. He'll just go to another minor, harmonic minor thing. Yeah, it's just straight up the same run up a minor third. So if you're doing minor chords and minor third apart, you'll get a really cool sound. Oops. Here he's doing minor major 7 kind of sound, so he's doing this harmonic minor kind of sound. Oh, that doesn't sound right though, does it? He's definitely ending on this note there, so he's definitely ending there. The roots of the chords would be there, or the roots of the scale runs would be there. Focus. It doesn't sound major to me. I might have to consult the tab just to get through this. Yeah, let me consult the tab, see if I can clear some stuff up. So I've got a tab up here. First one's right. All this stuff I have to transpose down 1 fret because I'm not in E flat. So here in the tab, he's doing a 3-note per string run, starting in Locrian sharp 6. No, it's just straight up Locrian. So who knows? I mean, I bet you that this tab is accurate because there's so much stuff of this dude playing this online. All right, well, we'll do that. So he basically goes harmonic minor, and then he goes to mode 7 of the major scale, so the second mode of the minor scale, disregards the harmonic part of it, disregards the harmonic minor part, and just goes straight to the next mode of the major scale. That sounds more accurate. Let's see what that sounds like at the lead tone on, if I have a good one. Sounds pretty good. These are shapes that I practice quite a bit. So, like, not specifically the shapes of, like, the right hand. Well, actually, yeah, the left hand shapes too, but it's always slightly different with Yngwie. He does something interesting. So that sounds cool. Moving on to the next one, which is a bit of a longer run up. Back to a clean channel. Oh, he's doubling some notes in there. You can hear it slow down. It's crazy. I'm guessing it's just minor. That kind of thing, if that sounds pretty accurate. That's the idea of it. Let's see how accurate that is in comparison to the tab. It doesn't really sound. It seems like I'm not really doing it by ear very much now. I'm just looking at this tab. Yeah, I mean that's what I figured out by ear. So that's pretty accurate. You'll hear some double notes. Everything here is economy picked, I hope. If he's alternate picking it, which I know that I don't think he does. Pretty much everything he does is economy picked, even though he'll go on record and be like, I don't like sweeping. It's like, okay, I mean, that's exactly what you're doing. You're just doing rest stroke, basically. Every group of 3, you're going down, up, down, down. So that last down is basically a sweep. Consult Troy Grady for any of this kind of stuff. So far, okay, and then we got a bend at the end. So repeats the entire thing. I don't know what note he hits before that bend. Ooh, okay. These are new strings, so they might go out of tune a little bit when I'm bending. Okay, I'm going to practice that a little bit and just see how clean I can get that. It's going to take me a few minutes. Where is the delay? Turn that down a little bit. I don't want to be blowing you guys away with... Ooh, no thanks to that delay. A little bit of reverb. There's that out of tune. So the guitar that I recently played, the Yngwie Malmsteen signature guitar, had 9s on it, so the string gauge was very, very light, very easy to bend. I'm playing 27-inch scale with 10s. It's a little bit harder to bend. My bends are not going to sound as sick as his. Keep that in mind. I think it's going to stay in tune a little bit now. Okay, the tone is not really killing it right now. That tone is also not killing it. It's got just some sort of weirdness to it. Whatever. It's good enough for now, you know? I'll just turn some delay on, just keep it real low. Give me a little bit more. Go. All right, cool. So he does that. Let's see how well I can play that with the song. Oh! That's faster than I anticipated. Let's try 3/4 speed. Yikes. What the fuck, man? Chill out, man. Okay. Yeah. All right. That sounds good enough. Try it one more time. All right. Try full speed. Ugh, not looking good for me. The bend at the end needs some work, but let's move on. Okay, so there's an Yngwie lick that I learned a long time ago that I've actually totally ripped off, which is great. Now that I'm playing that, I don't think that's what he's playing here. I was hoping that I could just piece that in, but nope. It's definitely just descending harmonic minor. Oh, what is that? Is it that? No way. If it's that sucks. I don't think that's it. No, it's not that. Consulting the tab. Call me a cheater if you want. I don't care. No! Okay. One thing is transposing it as you're looking at the tab by one fret is sometimes kind of tricky, but whatever. Oh, come on. I think that's it. Oh. Why am I blowing this? Come on. Take a breath. Well, that's it. It's very track heavy, like you really need to... Oh. It's a lot of tracking on the fretboard. Let me double check to see if that's right. Oh my god. That might require... Oof. That might require a little bit more practice. Holy shit. One thing to do is to maybe think about which fingers lead. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about which fingers on my left hand are going to lead every new string. So, and where they're going to be. So I'm going to think about fret dot with my pinky, fret dot with my pinky, between the fret dots, no fret dot. Oops. Yeah. That's a tough run, dude. What the fuck? Oh, come on. If you think this is like a simple run and you're looking at the screen like screaming me like it's just this, I apologize. It's for some reason a tricky thing for me to get my head around. I don't know why. I've had that with some of his other riffs as well. Just like a run that's just surprisingly difficult, even though it's. I mean, I guess this is pretty difficult. It's 4 notes, then 3 notes, 4 notes, 3 notes, so switching back and forth. So the picking is kind of tough, but I don't really find the picking, at least at this tempo, too hard. Let's see that 3/4 speed or half speed. Let's see what that sounds like. I couldn't really tell what the fuck's going on there. Does the tab say it's the same run every time? Yeah, it's the same run. Okay, well, oh, vibrato. At that, on that fret with that string, ugh, on that bend. Ugh. I find I really have to get under it. And even then, it doesn't quite sound like his. But he's got that scallop fret, and he's got that years more experience than I do. Plus, he's just like the sickest guitarist ever. All right. Okay. Ah. Alright, well, we're gonna go with that. It's a little bit sloppy and loose, but that's what you expect. You're getting this for free. What more do you want from me? That's to suppose that if you pay money, you get a better guitarist than me. That's not what I was. I mean, maybe that's what you could get. I don't know. If you throw money at your screen, maybe I'll become more of a skilled guitar player. But I don't think it's gonna happen. So. Ah! Started on the wrong fret. Oh. Sort of doing an autopilot now, sort of. Oh, not quite. Okay, well, let's move on and see what else we can get. I'll come back to it. Guitar staying in tune now. That economy picking down is tough, dude. What's up with that? Okay, so this is some straight Baroque shit. Definitely a tap in there, which is cool. That's probably as far as I'll go. Although the next part is so cool, I feel like it would be this part here. It's really fun sounding, but if I do that part, then I have to do the next part. So. Okay, so. I'm gonna try by ear. It's not that. Sort of a riff like that, where it starts with the root that goes up at an interval and then back down, and then it climbs all the way back down from the octave. So it's okay. Is it that? No. I'm not a good singer. I'm definitely not a good singer, so. I can't tell if it's a major third or a minor third. I'm going to consult the tab to get a feel of it. It is a major third. Okay. All right, I'm just going to push that and just try it. Oh, modulates there, that's why. Oh, that sounds so cool. Straight up Baroque, man. It's awesome. That's cool. That's way easier than I thought. Well, the hiccup in the middle there is just me switching positions. I'm sort of getting used to it. Oh, I realize the camera cannot see what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to sit back a little bit. Try not to get my face out of focus. I have a blurry face. There you go. Oh, of course. Well, here's my left hand. Oops. Okay, well, that's cool. I like it a lot. I think it's awesome. My right hand is doing some hybrid picking. Let's see how high up he goes. High up. High up. How high up does he go? And it is a tap, sweep tap thing. Fucking, that's awesome. Oops. I think that's it. I think I might just climb up the same progression, or the same riff. Every second one is different. Consult the tab. I've totally now just gone entirely to the tab because I'm a pussy, apparently. Tab doesn't show it's different. Something about that sounds weird. Could just be in my head. Does it sound like every second one is minor? Is every second one minor? I can't really tell. I don't know, I can't tell. It might just be the backing that kind of makes it sound strange. Something about that sounds weird, doesn't it? This tab doesn't have anything. if it's not that, that sounds sick. Let's see if there's another tab around. Something that has a little bit different of a climb up there. This dude says this should be fairly correct. Well, that's fine. That's about all I'm asking for. Yeah, every second one is minor. Which makes it just a little bit harder. I think it's just... let's see. I think the left hand... Oops. Oops. Okay, well, let's try it half speed and see if I can play along. Every second one is minor and see what that sounds like. Yeah, there you go. Okay, the sweep at the end sounds like a minor sweep. It's not that many notes. What am I doing? I'm a fool. What? What am I doing? Maybe it's not a tap. What shape is that? Well, it's definitely not that. Okay, well, I have the idea down anyway. What does this guy have? Oh, I see. Alright, well, that's a pretty basic shape. It's one of the first ones I ever learned. It's a minor chord, basically. So if you know your caged method, this is A minor. It's actually a B minor chord, but it's the shape of A minor. So if we go all the way back down, we can take it to an open position. And we get an A minor open chord. If you don't know your open chords and you're a metal guitar player, what are you doing? So we have our A minor chord shape moved up to make it a B minor. So you just outline everything. You add a minor third at the A string. You're actually ending on a B as well. I like that arpeggio. Okay, so let's see if I can do it. That is a lot of stuff to think about. I haven't even gone over the first part in the last 20 minutes, so. Okay, well that was not bad. I'm very surprised at how well I just played that, although the song is way faster, and it doesn't have all the gaps that I added. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how we do. How we do. Okay. I immediately gapped on what the fuck I was playing. I've got a blurry guitar camera. There you go. I'm going to go back here. I'm trying out my new phone. I just got this new S9 Plus Android phone, so I'm trying it out. I think the camera is pretty sweet. I might switch back to my DSLR, my Canon. Right now I'm using my Canon DSLR for this face cam to see this hideous face. I'm just kidding. I like my face. My face is fine. I'm making all these comments on my face. Like, I don't think I actually look like a cave troll. Although what the hell's going on there? The guitar camera is cool. What's cool about it is it doesn't divide up my footage every 12 minutes like the Canon does, which is really annoying. Okay, so... Ah! Oh! No. Nah, that's alright. Okay, well, I'm going to try it half speed, I think. Yeah. See how it goes. Playing it half speed like that, you'll find that because this was recorded in, I mean, what year was this? Oh, it came out in '99. It's all tape recording, like you can definitely tell it's not like edited Pro Tools perfect like everything is now today. So there's some, like you can even hear the second guitar comes in too fast for this one part. This part right here. So that part jumps the gun. So it's like there's certain things like that where there's parts that come in too early, too late, or whatever. So playing along to it slow is very kind of like the beat sort of goes like whoa, like this sounds awesome, but it's just a little bit more natural. So it's hard to play along slow. Whoops. Okay, well that's the first 30 seconds of it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to be able to play at full speed. I might just have to sit here and rip it for a few minutes and see if I can get it clear. You'll notice that my economy picking for the intro, it's pretty hard. I'm going between 3-note per string and then a 2-note string. So this the tough thing about that is I'm doing down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, and I have to end with a forceful upstroke. And then the very next phrase, I have to end with a downstroke. Ah! Now, even though the tab doesn't say it, you can actually hear him doing this double pick note. Because much like rappers put words together for certain reasons, so they'll put together like certain syllable sounds that are easier to say at higher tempos. We'll actually double pick that note to make it easier to play the entire thing. If you slow it down, you can hear him playing that as well, and other stuff like that. Doubled notes everywhere. Oops. So. Ah. Ah. Oops. All right. I feel pretty good with that. I'm nervous that I'm not going to be able to play full speed in this video. But I'll give it the old college try, even though I didn't go to college. I'm going to try that again. The track is a little bit too loud with my mix. I'm sort of losing where I am. So, try it again. One more time. That intro needs to be clearer. Third. Okay, well, I feel pretty good with that. You'll notice that my playing of this sounds very different than Yngwie's. A couple things. The tone, very different. The guitar that we're playing, his fingers, he's learned these runs and these riffs and stuff like that. He's learned them so well that he can play and improvise around them, which is pretty crazy. They're really fast. It's a lot of economy picking. He's doing it super clean. I'm playing against the studio version, which is kind of like, it's tough to really compare myself to it, but in my opinion, my version sounds a little bit rougher, a little bit more like, a little bit more rigid, I guess. And his seems a lot more smooth and stuff. There's so many things that go into that, so I feel like I did pretty good. I'm going to play it a few more times just to see like if I can get like the best take possible. But other than that, I feel like that's a pretty good success. I would argue that I learned probably half of it by ear, because I figured out a lot of the shapes and I already knew kind of the outline of a lot of it, but I definitely didn't learn all of it by ear. And without a tab, I probably would have been a little bit more frustrated. It wasn't too frustrating. This is probably the least frustrating video I've done in this series. So anyway, I'm gonna try it a few more times, see what I can do, and hopefully you'll agree that I sort of learned it. Whoops! Alright, let me try one more time. I want to take where it has that first part really sick. It's hard to get. Oh! Ah! Ah! Try one more time. Whoops. Ah! God damn it. Ah! One more time. Ah, brutal. Fucking difficult. Difficult to do. Very difficult. One more time and then I'm calling it. One more time. All right, I feel pretty good with that. The card on my other camera is full, so going to say goodbye to you here. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Leave some comments in this, in the video to let me know what you want to see me attempt to learn next. Here's my lovely apartment. Somewhat messy, but that's fine. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.